Good morning, everyone. Honorable Chairperson, Mr. Subarna Kumar Das, Co-Chairperson, Dr. Akash Singh, and Rapporteur, Dr. Latika Devi. As we all know that online national seminar on online teaching, learning, issues and challenges is going on, and we are already on session 5, that is government initiatives in education during COVID-19 period. The author of this paper is Ms. Upasana Borah, who is a fifth-year law student pursuing law from NEF Law College, and myself, Saurabh Agarwal, as the co-author of this paper, is presenting the whole paper in her behalf also. I'm a third-year law student pursuing law from University of Petroleum and Energy Studies, Tehran. The theme of the paper is massive online courses MOOC and study webs of active learning for youth aspiring minds, that is SWAYAM. Let's start the presentation. A study of awareness and motivation among students and teachers of Indian universities MOOCs in Indian universities education system. MOOC is an online course aimed at unlimited participation and open access via the web. In addition to the traditional courses materials such as videos, readings, problem sets, MOOC basically provides interactive user forms that helps to build a community for students, professors, researchers, and various other people which are in the field of law and in the other fields as well. Across the world, premier universities have put up their courses online by setting up their online open learning platforms such as edX. Commercial setups such as Coursera and Udacity has been also launched in collaboration with prestigious universities offering online courses for free of charge or for a small fee for the certification. This paper basically attempts to understand the extent of awareness about MOOC, perception about applicability about MOOC, usability of MOOC among teachers from secondary school to the universities. It also figures out the challenges faced for development of MOOC in India and highlights upon the ways to improve the awareness of MOOC among the students and the teachers and the researchers regarding the MOOC usability and its applicability also. This presentation is basically outlines various things. First, it discusses the narrative of MOOC and its development. It also explores some of the core areas at the heart of MOOC in developing countries. Thirdly, it will discuss some of the challenges specific to the Indian higher education context and what role, if any, MOOC could potentially have. We'll also discuss the outline for the development of MOOC in India. I will introduce our proposed research plan and research questions also. We'll discuss the proposed methods and limitation of such a study also. And at the last, your feedback is highly appreciated. Firstly, the MOOCs for development initiatives. Coursera MOOCs can benefit learners in the developing world who currently lack due to higher education. In the higher education, only classroom study is not enough for the present world. Certificates, online courses, these are the things which are helping the student for their betterment of the future, for getting a respectable job after 3 or 5 years after completing the graduation or post-graduation. Since MOOC basically helps to find all those jobs because it will provide certificate from prestigious universities. Let's talk about the Indian higher education. By 2020, India will have the largest university age population in the world. As in the present world, we have the third largest higher education system in the world, over 500 universities and amongst 26,000 colleges. Currently, only 12.5% university age Indians are in higher education. The Indian government wants to raise this figure to 30% by 2020 now, but it is not able to achieve that because of some reason. These all figures are taken from the sources which are highly certified and they are true according to the best of the knowledge. But the major problem which is facing by the Indian higher education is the massive demand supply gap. In order to achieve government target of 30% gross enrollment rate, we need to provide 40 million university places, which is near to impossible in the present situation. There is a limited supply of educators. Various reports estimate that only 30 to 40% faculty position remains for 30 to 40% positions remain unfilled. They are not occupied by any professors or any other teachers. So it is a major problem in the Indian education system. Is there any role for MOOCs, especially with their key affordable or scalability? Let's talk about this. Low quality of education, of teaching and learning. Since there is a poor quality of teaching which is outdated and rigid in the present world, graduates basically lack employment skills. According to one of the report of the McKinsey, there are more than 17% of Indian overall graduates were immediately employed after their completing their graduation. They were not provided basic trainings due to which they were not so much basically beneficial for the company, because if training is provided to them, if any course is given to them in the period for a period of 1 month or for 2 or 3 weeks, they can get better knowledge about the product of the company and they will be really an asset for the company. Since they also recorded that over a third of all IIT graduates based outside India. Now talk about one of the other platforms, that is SWAYAM. SWAYAM is basically announced in the year of September 2014. It is a government-run initiative and it basically develops MOOCs in a variety of disciplines rather than the current engineering-centric courses only. It is a platform by which various courses can be done by the students, by the professors or by the researchers. However, this platform is still in development and there is no mention of when, in what capacity it will be released. There are basically three research problems in this research paper. First, Indians make up one of the largest democratic groups in the MOOCs platform of Coursera and EDX, but yet no study has been looked at who these learners are and what are the reasons for taking MOOC. This is a gray area in the present. Research on MOOCs in India trying to be theoretical based on potential benefits, and limitation of the technology is a problem in the present situation. There is a need of empirical evidence also. Existing accounts of learning experience on the MOOCs tend to either be same or similar case studies from larger Western perspective. There are various limitations of the MOOC. It will not be helpful to the people who are living in a village area. It will not be available to the people who does not have so much that kind of network connectivity. We need to clearly define who the learners being researched are. We need to raise questions or generalization. We have various current barriers to the entry of MOOCs. They must be taken care if attempting to access the role of MOOC in any development context. According to the pie chart given, we can clearly see that there is 36% extremely importance of online learning for our education strategy academic plans also, so that they can be developed in such a way that it will be beneficial for the student and it will help to create a plan for the entire year also. According to the figure, 54% agreement or match with the distance education, 65% agreement with the online definition are done, and 69% are hybrid definition. At the last, in the conclusion, we can say that this quick dialogue of MOOCs and different kind of smaller or self-directed online schooling highlights the reality that each offer much wise get entry to the essential reports and competency, which could benefit freshmen in growing economies, particularly when supply feed from price and in a blended manner. At the last, we can say that it is very much necessary to implement the economy and sources to make it available for everyone. MOOC is such a concept which should be introduced throughout the country. If the network connectivity of India get better, the student will be able to access the various courses which are available online, and it will enhance their intellectual skills, their learning skills, and it will help to in the betterment of their graduation and getting the jobs after that. Professors are also required to do all these courses, and researchers can also enhance their research skills by this. At that, thank you for giving your valuable time. Your feedback is highly appreciated.